Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Well, today I want to make for you some artisan bread. I learned this over the holiday season, how to make fresh bread, and it is so good, so easy, and it just has such a different taste to know that you can make homemade fresh bread right from your oven. You know how old it is and you know how fresh it is. And so I'm going to go through the process with you. The ingredients that you're going to need to be able to make the artisan bread are active yeast, dry yeast. You're going to need about 1 teaspoon of active dry yeast. And you'll need 1 teaspoon of salt, just regular table salt or kosher salt. I'm going to add sugar to my bread, and I'm going to put 1/4 cup of just sugar. And then for the flour, you're going to need 3 cups of flour, and I'm using the unbleached bread flour. This is King Arthur flour, and it seems to work very well in creating the bread. To add a little savory, a little taste and moistness to the bread, I'm going to add extra virgin olive oil, and I would say about a tablespoon of that in the bread. And then you also going to add water. You need 1.5 cups of water, warm water, in the bread. The dough has been resting for the last 3 hours, and it has risen. You can see that it has rise, and I'm taking off the plastic here, and this is how it looks. The yeast has been activating. You can see the bubbles and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it out here, put some flour down, and then I'm going to put the dough in the pot. But before I do that, I'm going to heat up the pot for 30 minutes. The pan is going to be in the oven for 30 minutes on 450, and then we will go from there. And I am going to be using a pot that I have here, stainless steel pot, because I don't have a Dutch oven. And you can use a stainless steel pot that doesn't have any, that can stand 450 degrees, right? So let me show you how I'm doing this. I do not have a Dutch oven, but what I do have is this stainless steel pot that can go into the oven on high temperatures. So I'm going to put on the oven on 450 degrees and place this pot in the oven for 30 minutes. Now I lost the cover of the pot, so I have this you know, you have to be creative. I have this pie pan that I'm going to use as a cover, and it's going to be hot. So it covers and it works very well until I'm able to get the Dutch oven, which I'm looking for. But this is good for those who do not have a Dutch oven. You can also bake the artisan bread in a stainless steel pot that can handle 450 degrees. So that is what I'm going to do now, is to put on the oven, and I'm going to put it on at 450. Yep, so it's on at 450. Oops. The dough has been resting for the second time for 30 minutes, and so what I'm going to do is, you can see that it's gotten a little more fluffier here. I'm going to take this off, the saran wrap off, and we have here it sitting in the parchment paper. And what I'm going to do is try to score it. Now, my knife is not the sharpest, but what one needs to do is score it. Score the dough. And that will help to release some of the air pockets. You just have to just kind of score it like this. And that will help to release any of the air gases and the air pockets. At least that's what they say. So I've scored it. And the pot is hot, and it has been in the oven here for 30 minutes. So I've just dropped the dough into the pot, and I'm going to put my cover back on it and then push it back. Makeshift cover. I've just removed the bread from the oven. I had it in the oven for 30 minutes covered, and then another 15 minutes or 10 minutes or so uncovered, and this is the way that it's turned out so far. So now I'm going to take it out of the pot and put it here to cool, and then after about 10-15 minutes we can slice it and taste it. So I took it out of the pot, and this is what it looks like. And it is going to sit here and cool. Let me see if I can pick this up with one hand so that you can see what the bottom looks like. That's what it looks like at the bottom. I kept it a little bit long, but it'll have a nice hard crusty crust, and it's just going to be delicious to eat. So that's the artisan bread. I also love eating the fresh bread with a salad, and I've been consuming a lot more greens and salads during this during this winter season, because I just want to be healthy and also utilize a lot of the vegetables. The bread is delicious with a salad and a cup of coffee, something just to drink and eat, and with some cheese. It is so delicious. It makes it easy to eat light, and it is just so enjoyable. Video, then like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Have you ever made artisan bread? Thank you so much for joining me here at Catherine's Garden and Home.